Hello, people of God. This is my Jacob's Way TV. Now I'm Dupi Dupi Singer. This is episode 168. 168. I've been talking about Albert. But before we continue and conclude, I thought I concluded the last time, but I wanted to do a comparison. At the end of the day, you will understand what I am saying. But for now, I want to sing a hymn. It's all part of our faith. The Bible tells us to sing hymns. And so this one came to my mind today, and I decided that I will sing it at the beginning of this episode. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. Take my moments and my days. Let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for thee. Take my voice and let me sing, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from thee. Take my silver and my gold, not a mite would I withhold. Take my intellect and use every power as thou shalt choose. Take my will and make it thine. It shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is thine own. It shall be thy royal one. Take my Lord, I pour at thy feet its treasure store. Take myself and I will be ever only all for thee. Amen. Do you remember that I said from the beginning that it looked as if the Lord showed me that I will not bring anything out of Lagun? I saw the revelation. Sometimes I was telling somebody today that sometimes when the Lord speaks to you, you'll be wondering, did I say it? Did I not? Did I say it? Did I not? And most of the times, there's always a witness in your heart that you saw and you heard. I even got to the village and told them that I just came, but I knew that the Lord had told me that I might not bring anything out of the place. But I thought it was because the people of the village were going to be unfriendly. I found them very friendly. But is the Lord a liar? Is he an author of confusion? Will he allow his child to go on a goose chase for nothing? If you are a minister of God and you have reached a crossroads today about your ministry, maybe the Lord did not send you on that particular angle of ministry that you have found yourself in and you are struggling. There's actually Bishop Oyedepo that once said that yes, the Lord said at the beginning, He caused man and said, from the toil of your hands and the sweat of your face would you eat. He said, but that was a curse. You don't have to toil, you don't have to sweat. The Bible has said, the blessing of the Lord maketh rich without adding any sorrow to it. So, in the long run, I stayed in Lagoon for maybe 3 years or a little more. I brought nothing back. The day I was expecting Albert was the night before the day was when I had a deep dream about the mad woman, the mad person that came to meet me on the street, asked me for money for food, and I helped the mad person. And I told you that I had already talked about this thing in a previous video. As I hugged the person and gave the person money, I couldn't have taken about 5 steps to say I should look back. The mad person had become a beautiful woman, a very beautiful woman. I thought he was a man, you know, because of the way he was dressed. When I asked somebody, why should it have been a woman? God wanted me to see. You know, it's a woman's makeup and outing out, outing outfit. You know, so detailed and painstaking. It usually would take time. But it didn't take time for God to change the dress of this person, make her up, and make her look good. She wasn't mad anymore. She had become well. On God's mind, the charcoal I was waiting for from Lagoon did not matter. On God's mind, all the things that Albert had done for me was not very relevant. On God's mind, my going to Lagoon and spending all that time and all that effort did not matter. What mattered to him was the angle of ministry that he had given to me, that he wanted me to focus on, and that I had left and was running after another thing. Incidentally, it was a mentor of mine that introduced the farming idea to me, and I bought it hook, line, and sinker. And you know, the funny thing is that he introduced the idea of that farming in the midst of other ministers of God. And he was scolding ministers of God for not wanting to do anything for a living, but being in mainstream ministry um, and doing God's work without working on the side. I thought I actually ran with that vision, but it was not my vision. I had thought that I thought I had uh, a future with tomatoes, but I never asked the Lord how it was going to be. So when the matter was tabled before me, I jumped at it. I probably wanted to show people that I am not a lazy woman of God. I didn't mind to do something on the side. And I also thought, you know, the scripture says, who knows the mind of the Lord and who has been his counselor? I wanted to counsel the Lord about using the boys that he had, I mean, the men he had put in my care to learn, to make them learn a vocation in farming without necessarily accessing the mind of God and getting a note from the Lord um, before I went on my way. I was talking to uh, uh, a specialist in agriculture About a few days ago, carelessly, because I told him later that if I had remembered that he was a specialist or he's a specialist in agriculture, I probably would not have brought up the matter at all. And he asked me, where were you at the time the farm was running? I said I was in Lagos. And he asked me where was the farm. I said it was in Lagoon. And he asked me about the distance between the farm and my house. I mean, it is you have to travel almost 3 hours. And he asked me how often I visited the farm. And I said only once in a while. But I spoke to them all the time. And he said, he shook his head. He said it would never have worked for you. He said, those who succeed in farming are those who are there all the time, supervising the workers and showing the plants some attention and love. That the plants always would react to your love and attention, which the plants will not get from just farmers who are there for whatever other reason sake, but not for the sake of tending and actually showing love to the plants. He said to me that that was a project that was meant to fail, even from the very beginning. Now, I'm asking you, as a minister of God or as somebody doing something for God, are you doing it from a distance? Have you given it all your attention? Is it something you supervise all the time? You know, many ministers of God have branches of churches all over the place. And it's always so difficult to keep an eye sometimes on the administration of the branches that they have scattered here and there. Some of them have made a good success at it because the Lord had asked them to do it. But if the Lord had not asked you to do it, you are not likely to succeed at it. Hmm. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. That word consecrated has a very deep meaning. You have to consecrate your life. You have to separate your life. Um, in fact, the people who have done good study of the Bible always say consecration is also separation. When you are focused, you have not lost your focus, you are not, there's nothing that is, taking your attention, you are not divided. You're giving it an undivided attention. And you're asking the Lord all the way, all the time, if I am doing it right. It is very important. Don't just assume that you are doing it right. You must always ask Him every day, Lord, if I'm not doing it right, let me know. Am I turning off? Am I going to the left or to the right? Am I on the right path? Is that exactly your specification? Is that what you want me to do? Or I've gone away, to do my own ambition more than the vision that you have placed in my hands. Bishop Oyedepo will say that no matter how long you have gone the wrong way, the day you realize that you've gone that wrong way is the day you turn back from the wrong way. Turn back completely. It's very painful when you think about it. But turn back. Come back to where the Lord made you to start from. And it's better for you to start all over again than for you to keep going on the wrong route, not the one that the Lord had designated for you. This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I'm still P2P singer. Please share, hit the notification bell, and like and leave a comment. And if you have missed your way, please go back to God. He's always a good God. He will help you to go back, to start on the right path again. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness, for his name's sake, not for your own name's sake. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.